Now we are into a e-tourist visa regime, and 113 countries have been provided this e-tourist visa facility, and this has been done just about in a year's time. And we are not stopping there. We're going to extend to another 37 countries, making it to 150 over the next few months. Now, e-tourist visa would mean that, you sitting in your country, you just have to click the computer button and you get the e-visa on your inbox. And later on, when you land up in the country, in India, the rest of the formalities like biometrics are done by, at that level. Apart from this, we are also going to make this e-visa regime more friendly and more compatible to the travel trade, in the sense, today it is single entry. We are trying to make it multiple entry. Anyone coming to India may like to go to the other countries, go to Sri Lanka, go to Bangladesh, go to Bhutan, and then come back again. Say, for instance, Buddhist circuit. One would like to go around in the SAARC nations and come back again. Then extending to 60 days, presently it is 30 days. We are contemplating on that. Similarly, it is for the MICE business travelers, the traditional visa system still exists. We are trying to get the MICE tourists also into the e-visa. And the application for e-visa is presently only for 30 days before you can apply. So we are trying to increase it to 180 days, because the traveler prepares his itinerary at least 6 months before. Now this is like simplification and rationalization of e-visa regime. So access is one important aspect in terms of e-visa, and we are in a different regime altogether, and this has been a game changer, I would say. The travel trade and the countries have taken it in a very, very positive manner, and there has been a phenomenal increase of people resorting to e-visa. There has been an increase of almost 800% in people who are going by e-tourist visa and not the traditional visa. So now things have changed. Let me also tell you why we are feeling excited and upbeat. The whole team India is here, projecting its products. We have had a very phenomenal increase in the tourist arrivals compared to the world average. In 2014 calendar year, we registered 10.2% growth in the tourist arrivals, compared to just about 4.7 to 5% average, world average. And it was not just for one freak year, 2014. For 2010 onwards to 2014, the average growth rate of tourist arrivals has been 7%. This is compared to 4.5% to 5% the world over. Now, continuously for 5 years, there's been a steady growth. It's likely to go up further. Even if it remains at 10% or above the world average, we are going to have many more arrivals. We expect a lot more from UK. We have kept a target of 1 million tourists from UK alone, and presently it's about 0.8 million. So another 20,000 people we expect per year, and it's going to go up. With 10% increase, it is not a difficult thing as well. Those 113 countries that we have opened e-visa, basically they are those potential countries from where the tourists can come. Let me also tell you, UK alone gets we get about 15%, very strong, almost number 2, second country to have the maximum number of tourists. It's about 15% of the total tourist arrivals. Presently, about 15 countries on an average, we have the maximum share up to 70–75%. So on one hand, why we are going to consolidate and register a growth in these 15–16 countries from where we get 75% of the tourists, we are also opening up into the lesser destinations, the destinations from where we are getting relatively lesser. So we are focusing on those countries as well, at the same time consolidating the countries from where we are getting the tourists. So the strategy would result in more arrivals from all over. We have plethora of destinations. India is incredible because a tourist doesn't know where all to go within the time that he has. So he has to pick and choose. So we are offering a sort of shelf of destinations. We have been offering for quite some time. Now we're adding some more destinations or maybe themes into it. One is the coastal circuit. We have developed a coastal circuit, and we are spending millions of dollars into this scheme by providing infrastructure. Now that will involve the beaches, the beach tourism, cruise tourism, And we have got many lighthouses. Now they are very unique, heritage products, tourism products. So of late we have started tapping them as well, because they are by the side of the beaches and by the side of the harbors. So combinedly, that is one area. Other is spiritual and wellness, including yoga. Now that is one area. As you know, International Yoga Day has been adjudged for the first time. 21st June every year would be. And this year we had all over the world, we had yoga celebrations. This is one focus area. India being, I would say the leader in the yoga, we are identifying spiritual circuit and lot of impetus on the wellness and health tourism. Now when we say wellness, it means our ancient way of medication, ancient way of treatment will be bring to the fore, and at the same time we are developing infrastructure for medical tourism, though it is in the private sector. Nice hospitals, state-of-the-art facilities. Lots of people from the Gulf, lots of people from countries around, they are entering India to get them treated. So health tourism, wellness tourism and yoga combined. And we call it as a spiritual tourism in all, because yoga is part of the spiritual tourism. And we are spending a lot of money for the infrastructure of that as well. So that is another second area. The third niche tourism area that we are developing is the adventure and sports. We have 73% of Himalayas. We have beautiful northeast states, all hilly areas, and focusing on the youth, the backpackers, adventure, sports, rafting. We have the best of rivers. So this is one area where the focus both on the infrastructure has not been as much as it could have been. We are focusing on that, and we are inviting lots of adventure sports associations also to convene events in India with the top of the adventure sports people, coming into India and showcasing. Now this is how we are going to take up, using the destinations and using the resources that we have in terms of, the best of the mountains, the best of the rivers. This is another area where we're going to focus and create some more ripples in the minds of the people to get attracted towards these destinations. Connectivity is a very important aspect, and the government is bringing out a new civil aviation policy. Now over the last few years, as the world may have noted, there is a lot of things have opened, the sky has opened. The domestic airlines are coming to international airports. This new civil aviation policy would envisage further connectivity issues, the licensing issues, and also the issues which are required to make more and more seats available and to have better connectivity between the world and India. Not only that, regional connectivity. Similarly, the alliances and the code sharing between the airlines, that is going to help. Star Alliance, of which Air India is a member, that would mean that anyone who comes from some other country gets into a contact with an airline which has a code sharing with Air India, will find its movement very smooth within the country. So this new civil aviation policy, the draft of which has been already published and it's available on the website, and the new tourism policy which we are going to bring out later this year, is going to bring a sea change in the perception, in the attitude and the governmental role, seeing tourism as an engine of economic growth, inclusiveness, pro-poor, employment generator. So this is how the tourism is not just going as a high-end tourist going somewhere and coming and staying at some place and coming back. It is basically one of the economically important sector in a country, and for a country like India where we can generate a lot of employment, tourism is becoming one of the emerging sectors for these reasons.